Alright, so in this video, we're kind of going to classify all the main quote-unquote hype units coming until probably first anniversary, maybe sooner now. So as you know, the schedule is being shifted majorly, right? Major shifts is what we were said, and that to not base your summoning plan off of JP. So I kind of want to just classify these 6 units as what's the goal? Like, why are you summoning for X unit? For example, who or what group of people, what group of players would be summoning for Hollow Purple, essentially, right? Now, I would like to say that obviously if you get lucky, you could go for more. But if you get unlucky, then you're going to have to expect the worst, right? That's the main thing. So this video is not to really get into discussion about how the system is. I made a community reaction video this morning. Check that out. I just thought this would be good to kind of classify all the units so people have a better idea for the future. But note, you don't need any single unit, okay? You summon for the unit you want, essentially. If you want some help to summon, then great, you watch this video. If not, you summon for the units you want, guys. If you want 4 Gojos, you go for the next 3 Gojos, right? But you might have to skip Itadori, Toji, and Ghetto. That's it. Now, obviously, there's other really good units, right? That's the thing. So that is one thing that I forgot to mention is like, sure, there's 6 must-summon units, but what if you want a Nobara? What if you want a Mai? What if you want Momo, right? So it does suck when it comes to that. And that point, I completely forgot. Like, I was thinking about it. I was in bed like, hold on. This is only counting the must-summon units. But what about units you don't necessarily need, quote-unquote, but want? That's the problem. So let's just get into it. Now, as a disclaimer, I do gotta say this. I just have to say it, even if it doesn't really matter in reality. But Itadori and Gojo are limited units. So that means they will never be added to standard. No matter like 2 years, 3 years, we'll never see them in standard. We could see them in reruns, but never standard. But all of these 4 units will be in standard at some point, okay? It was never stated that these guys are limited, from what I know, right? Unless it says it somewhere. I'm pretty sure this is the first time it's said that the units are limited. So in the future, in maybe a year, I don't know, we could maybe see Toji and Gojo and Ghetto in the standard, right? So if you do want to like long-term collect Gojos, then I mean, yeah, that's another thing to see to maybe dissuade you from summoning for more Gojos, right? But I'm just saying, I'm putting this in here, but I really don't think it matters because these units like aren't even on JP. And it's the first year, right? So no matter how quick the global schedule is, I don't see Toji, Gojo, and Ghetto being added before Gojo and Itadori. So these 2 are limited and are never going to come back on the standard, but we could probably see them in reruns. But these 4 are going to be on the standard banner, and Gojo's already, this Hollow Purple is on the standard, but not the half annie units. So it's been over 6 months and not on standard, so we could imagine that on global, we ain't going to be seeing them for a while, but we'll have to see for that. But I just wanted to include that really quickly. In terms of release order right now, okay? So starting off, Hollow Purple. Hollow Purple is a good unit, but he is very much just a refurbished Blue Gojo, but a bit better, right? That's basically it. His ult is a 2000% multiplier, but he gets 1 less stack of this. But it's damage increase, and then he also increases the damage received. But it's a 2-turn stack. So he gets 1 less stack of this, but it's a double this, right? So it does come out to much of the same in general, but he does debuff, which does help the rest of the team if you have another DPS. Now he's green. That's the main thing. He's green, okay? But he does leave after 7 turns. Keep that in mind. Same as Blue Gojo. So people really did not like Blue Gojo leaving. So if you don't like that, maybe don't summon for him in that case. But in general, he's basically the same, right? We could just say that. But what is there to note about Green Gojo specifically, Hollow Purple Gojo, is that he's going to go on standard. Now, from what we know is that standard, well, the implementation should be earlier. This came 10 months into the game. The hope is by month 5 or 6, maybe half annie they bring this. That would be perfect. Perfect time to add it, I'd say. Like, if they add it when there's a major banner that gets implemented, like, for example, if they drop this with Toji or with Gojo, with a hidden inventory Gojo, that would be fire as hell. Now, in 2 of the JP accounts, I literally have gotten Gojo from the unfeatured. So, to me, this is literally a summon if only if you are you are a #1 Gojo fan, right? To me, that's basically it. That's it. That's the main thing, right? I really feel I am advocating for a skip on Gojo. That's it. I'm really advocating to skip Gojo because a couple months after Gojo comes out, or not a couple months, not even. So Gojo comes out January 29th, and I think in March, or was it April? Maybe April. April. 3 months later, not even. 2 months and a half. Which, you know, on global, it's going to be even quicker, right? So probably a month later, you get a free green Mahito that you're able to dupe out, right? Because he's going to be in the Phantom Metal shop. Does he work as good? No, but he's free. So I would say that if you're summoning for Gojo, it's because you want Gojo, but there's 2 better Gojos coming out after that have different gimmicks. So personally, just in terms of the kid and everything, I just don't think it's worth it. That's my opinion for that, right? That's the thing. Now this Gojo. Hidden Inventory Gojo, I think, is one unit a lot of people are going to like, okay? And the reason why is because he doesn't leave. His ult is even stronger because he's able to get 4 stacks of this. 4 stacks, pretty much guaranteed crit at that point. And then his ult is 1500 and he doesn't leave the battle. So he gets attack immunity for 2 turns. That's the thing. But his skill 2 is able to give him attack immunity once. So it's great. It's great, right? I think it's pretty good. You're going to basically have like 1 turn to get this. So in general, Gojo could take a bit of damage, but usually he won't be dying because he's going to have attack immunity up most of the battle anyway. And then he's just casually knocking out 4 times 80% damage increase with 1500 ult. It's insane. It's insane. It is insane. With a pretty much guaranteed crit almost because you're able to stack these like... And then when you perform a crit, you do more damage. Like, you know, it's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy, right? It's because of this, alongside the crit rate, alongside the ult being at 1500, that he's really good. So, what I would say for him is summon if you want Gojo. Okay, there's a couple. 1, you want a hidden inventory Gojo. 2, let me put the keyboard away. You want a Gojo that doesn't leave. And 3, this is a pretty big one. You should, because listen, the thing is with Gojo is that he's yellow. Degumi, a lot of people have, and then Itadori's coming out. You should have max 1 between Itadori, Degumi, okay? So what I mean by this is, if you're going for Gojo, you got to make sure you don't have Degumi and Itadori out as a free-to-play account. Like, obviously, like these are the three main criteria I'd say for Gojo, right? Don't have too many busted yellow units, #1. #2, you want a Gojo, well, that doesn't leave. And then also you want to just hidden inventory Gojo, right? He's very strong. Very strong. Very, very strong. Now, Ghetto, out of all of them, I think he's the weakest. I feel like for me, this Ghetto is more of a skip. Like, #1, it's because you like Ghetto. Only if you like Ghetto. That's basically it. If I'm being real, because the thing is, he works well. He works well on a mono green team, but that mono green team probably it's like you run Ghetto, and then he's really good with Nobara, right? So it's like, oh, what, you're gonna need Nobara, and then you're gonna need other green SSRs. So high investment, right? Very high investment to get good return, right? He's fun, definitely better than Blue Ghetto because he's able to do some good debuffs and decent enough damage, right? But, you know, I would say he's more high investment than the other units on this list, but he's Ghetto. So the good thing about that is that it's not your 5th Gojo, right? That's the thing. That is the main important thing, is that there's 3 out of 6 is going to be Gojo on this list, which is crazy. Now, Toji's amazing, right? Like I've been saying, Toji is amazing. Amazing AoE. If you want a Taijutsu unit, like, he is definitely he is your go-to essentially. Like, there's not much to say. Like, he's just good. Like, there's not much reason not to summon for him in general. Like, he's one of the higher priorities, I'd say. Just if you want a good, like, I don't know what to put, like, just good pick. I mean, good pick. Good damage. It's not going to overlap. No overlap unit. Like that. If these things are attractive to you, and you like Toji, and you plan on going for this Gojo, especially that Gojo. Oh my god. Like, I don't know if you've seen the showcase, but this Toji, especially with the break, like, it's really insane how important this break becomes with the domain Gojo. And plus, extra also is that very good with domain Gojo. Just for like certain red stages. Like Gojo's good with a lot of people, but because when you break, you get extra alt gauge, it's just so good with Toji. I really like them together. You've already seen the showcase. This is more of a personal preference, right? But that's how it is for me. Now, next up is Itadori. And Itadori, bro, he's just single target god, okay? If you want a single target god, you go for Itadori, right? He's so fun. Like, personally, I feel like going for one Gojo and then like one or two of the other units is how I'd go for it, personally, right? Because this Itadori is doing damage. Like, when you start getting him up, very good. Very good Taijutsu unit also, so that's cool. But his ult, good damage, 1500, then zone state, so you're able to do a lot of stuff here. So overall, I really like this guy. It's mainly a single target thing though. And overall, it's if you want a yellow unit, again, it has the same thing as hidden inventory. It's like, if you got Degumi and hidden inventory, maybe don't summon for Itadori, right? Obviously, unless you get very lucky, then, you know, you're free to do that. That's the thing. But then we got Gojo. God, period. Period. That, listen. He's just that good. He's literally just that good. Like, support, DPS, amazing. He just pumps out 1.2 million single targets. Skill 1, skill 1, by the way. After his ult, he's pumping out 1 million single skill 1. It's insane. It's just ridiculous what this guy does. And then his ult, 300% damage increase. Best support in the game. I think no questions asked. If we look at it, just there's no support. He's just literally just the best support, okay? Because who's giving a 300% AoE damage increase with a 2-turn stun? No one. 2-turn stun, AoE, 300% damage increase. Bro, Degumi is an S+ for giving a single target 100% stackable damage increase. Gojo's is AoE, and then he does damage and stuns. You also could stack damage increase on yourself to make you do good damage. It's just ridiculous what that Gojo does. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I'd say if there's one unit, it's Gojo. Now, besides that, it's really just, what do you want? What do you want, right? It's up to you. It's up to you. I'm leaving this up here, okay? You guys let me know what your personal, like, top picks are. But I would say I would go away from getting all 3 Gojos. I'd probably, personally, my summon plan for free-to-plays, right? Obviously, I'm speaking out of touch in a way, but what I would go for personally, especially if you have Degumi, I wouldn't summon for Hollow Purple, would not summon for Gojo, would not summon for Ghetto, and I'd get these 3. Why? Because Gojo, first of all, is going to be in a while, going to be good for red. Second of all, I mean, if you want a yellow, sure, like that's fine. The main problem right now is that there's not many blues, but you have Gojo for now, right? The original Gojo. But it's very much just that Ghetto, not really that crazy. You know, that's the main thing. Hollow Purple, sure, but it's on standard, right? That's the thing. I really think it's better to just stack standard tickets and hope for the best on that, right? That's basically it. Because you're not going to be able to pity him anyway. Just logically speaking. So I'd probably just bottom 3. Like, bottom 3 are my top picks. Because they're different units. It's an Itadori and a Toji. And then it's a Gojo, who's a support that works on every single team. The thing is why he's also the best support is because he works on every team. He doesn't take damage, and then he dishes out 300% damage increase, which is crazy. So yeah, Gojo is literally the god of the game. There's not much to say there. But besides that, let me know your summon plan down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.